Hello guys, my name is Marcelo Paredes. I will presenting a very simple app design. It's from this particular program, the 6.35. It's about gravitational force. In the program, they're giving me the formula, the gravitational force formula. They're giving me the gravitational constant, and the user must enter the two masses, and the distance between those two masses. Okay. Uh, I have my design document here of gravitational force. I have my introduction. That is the problem. Is the problem. The requirements are the input. That is the graphical user interface. The is what you will see in the app design. I have three edit fields: the masses and the distance, the plot button, and the edit field that show the gravitational force with those two masses and the distance. The output is where it will be displayed in the figure. The algorithms will be the formula that will be calculated. The data requirements will be the input data that we will be getting from the user, and we will print those. We'll print the result. The design, how I said before, is the main of the pseudocode. Is the is basically what I said before. We'll be getting the values. For the values we'll be using the edit field, and then the MATLAB function that we'll be using will be figure, save, load. This is the testing that I made. This is the conceptual design. Yeah, this is basically what I made for the design document, and this is my app. Is how I say is a basic app for a basic problem. So I did a function here for the formula, for the gravitational force formula, where they're giving me already the gravitational force, the gravitational constant. I have to. I did I look up the length of the distance because I wanted to create a loop from 1 to the length of the distance, and then get each value of of distance from 1 to from 1 to the length, and then get all those values. Okay, all those values enter in the formula, and then get all the values from each distance between 1 and the length. And that's why I use a for loop and to get the better value for each, for the force and for the distance, and then plot it in the figure. You can see over here how I call the mass from the app, that mass one edit field. They have it right here, and that's where the user enter the value from mass 1. This is the same for mass 2. This is the distance, and I create a vector right here Also, I'm calling here the function that I made before, and this is where the the value will be displayed, just the value. And this is where I plot the values, the distance, in this case the x, or in this case is distance, and the y, that in this case is force. And this is where I call, or I said that you will plot these values in the figure that I made in the app that the app gave me. Also, you can see here in my design view that I had to talk before, but I have to go over this before, but well, okay. This is where I made the three edit fields right here: the mass one, mass two, and the distance. This is the figure. This is the plot button, and this is the edit field that will display the gravitational force value. And okay, so let's run this. I will use uh, the test, or the numbers that the problem gave me. Okay, so we have for Earth, for the mass of the Earth, we have 6.98 exponent 24. And you can see if I plot, if the user enters a wrong value like 0, it will show the value must be between 1 and infinity. If the user enter a negative value, it will show the same, because I use a limit for the edit fields that will prevent that the user enter a wrong value. Okay, for the satellite 800 and for the radius, or the distance between those two masses, are 38,000. Okay, so we use the plot bottom, that is gravitational force, and we have right here okay, the values here is 2.58 exponent 8, and you don't see it right now, but you will see in a second how this works. Okay. Okay, here you can see this curve that says that when the radius is close to 1 or close to 0, the gravitational force is greater. And you can see over here how it will how the value of the gravitational force is descending here. And that means that when the two masses are close to each other, the gravitational force is greater, and when the two masses are far away or far apart, the gravitational force is a less. Okay, so we can try with the same two values. Let's see. With the same two values. and we can use a small value that is 38,000. We can use let's see, 3,000. Let's try. Now you can see how the gravitational force is greater than before, and you can see how the curve is different than we have before, right? And let's show you where I did the limits for the dist for the three edits value, and you can see how right here that goes from 1 to infinity. So the user cannot enter a zero value or a negative value. All right, that's all. That's all I have. Thank you so much for your time, for watching this, and